Greetings, my good friend. Larry here from Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews. I'm glad to be back, and I am going to do a pen review on one of my favorite vintage brands of pens. Like I said previously before, that there are certain brands I do like and that I do buy from time to time. So what I'm going to do first is talk about the pen a little bit, where I got it from and when it came out, and then I'm going to show you some other pens that are different colors and maybe a different size, and then I'll do a writing sample for you. And I hope you get into vintage pens. If you haven't, you may want to try to investigate some vintage pens because they are affordable, depending what you get. And just think how awesome would it be to have a vintage pen from the 40s or the 50s, 60s, 70s, you know. So, without further ado, let's look at this pen. Well, first of all, I picked up this pen from Richard Gorman off of Estes, and you can find him at Impulse Trading Company or Impulse Trading Co. on Estes.com. This pen here particularly is the Esterbrook LJ with the pearl gray finish on it, vintage 1950s. Now, Esterbrook has many different types of nibs. I'm not going to cover all the nibs, just a couple. Explain the difference to you in them. And the ink that I'll be using when I'm writing is going to be the Visconti blue ink. So let's just look at the pen. And first of all, let's go ahead and give you some dimensions of the pen. Cap, as you see it here, it's going to be 12.8 centimeters. And when you post the pen, it's going to be 15.7 centimeters. The J series, which I'll bring out, pen was a durable and affordable, good-looking pen, as well as a functional pen. It did its job, so it had a lot going for it. Then the LJ model were the full-length, slender girth size, and like all of the series, made a very hard. They were made of very hard-wearing plastic, so they were built to last. And that, you can still polish up really beautiful. So that's one thing good about the Esterbrook. Now, this pen here is fitted with a new old stock nib. In this case, the new old stock is a duochrome?
Yes.
2668. And the 2668 is a firm medium nib. So that was generally for writing. Then the Esterbrook 1551 nib is a firm nib, which was used more or less for students to write with. So here is the shorter one I was just mentioning about. Let you look at both of them. You can see the big difference. The J and the LJ. But you see the different colors as well. So that's pretty cool. They have some really nice colors. Now this pen was restored from scratch because Richard, he restores only the best specimens with tight clips and caps, undamaged bodies and jewels. Good pressure bars is in it. The sack, which keeps the ink in there for you, he installs in exactly the same as the Esterbrook factory specifications. Can't beat that with a stick. And then he tests each pen with water. In every restoration, he installs a new old stock nib. And it is as close as you can get to a new pen. And that's really cool. Just imagine getting one of these vintage pens, been fully restored, and this is as close as you're going to get to a new pen, so you can kind of experience how this pen would have felt back in the day, right? He also includes a copy of the original Esterbrook instructions with each pen. Now, how does he get this really nice polish? He uses a 10-step polishing process to restore the beauty of the original. So these pens not only work like a new pen, it looks like a new pen. For those who are interested about shipping in the U.S., he uses priority mail on all pens that he carefully packaged in small, flat rate boxes. In most cases. Shipping international to the EU, Australia, Canada only. So, FOB, Grass Valley, California, other countries you should inquire for rates and terms. Now, what I'm going to do here, I done showed you the short one. Here's a couple of more of the regular size. A green, a blue, and a gray, and this is a red. So, let's just take one of these, open them up, and I'll show you how easy it is to put a nib in there. You unscrew your nib, bam, there it is, right there. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Doing that back in the day. That's what I like on pens. This is really simple. So, if you're not sure about what size a nib is, I recommend that you Google it, and it's going to pull up the whole chart of nib sizes. In fact, if Mr. Announcer, I'll have him post that here at the bottom of this video, so you can see the list of the nib sizes and what they stand for: fine, extra fine, hard, one for, like I said previously, that firm medium for students, and then you have that medium for general writing. So, great fountain pens. I'll set these aside. The finish on this just really has a beautiful, high, nice polish on it. Really nice. Nice clip. And it has a nice band around the bottom of the cap. And, of course, they have the little hole there. So, just in case if, I guess, when it'd be a child that swallowed it, they have an airway in there, I guess. I don't know if that really works or not, but up the top of the finial is a black jewel, and we go down the barrel, and it does have engraved in there Esterbrook with made in the USA. twist off cap. There is your sack lever right here. And as you go down the barrel to the grip, there's nothing sharp here at all. You have a smaller grip, not a big one. So when I hold my pen, it's kind of like that. Sometimes I tend to hold it here, but there's nothing that annoys me. And of course, that nice, wet, juicy nib. Now, one thing I didn't mention yet is the weight of this pen, because I'm sure I'll have some people say, Larry, how much does it weigh? I don't know, 100,000 pounds. We're going to find out right now. And it's got a little bit of ink left in it, so 14.7 G's. Okay. Get that out of the way. So, beautiful colors. I may try to polish these up with some new polish that I have. And then revisit these nibs to see what sizes they are. And I'll do an update review on these at a later date. But 1950 vintage. Beautiful pen. Pearl gray. So, what do you say? Let's do some writing. Get that taken care of. And we'll go ahead and post it. And the back side of the rodeo paper. I really like this nib. It's sweet. Oh, okay. And we'll do a little wet test. And it's not real wet, but it does lay down some nice ink, smooth nib. I like it. I enjoyed the pen a lot. I really do. Reverse writing. And you're not going to get much of nothing on reverse. Try it again. And you do get some writing finally after you started it up. But it tends to kind of run dry, so there you go. Well, there you have it. The Esterbrook LJ Pearl Gray. Nice, beautiful pen, totally restored. Really a nice, wonderful nib to write with. It's one of those pens you don't want to put down, you just want to keep on writing with, right? So, well, that's going to wrap up this video for today. I hope you found the video interesting. We went vintage, baby, down memory lane, like back in the 50s. Wow, that's heavy stuff. When we go back to the 40s and 50s, that's heavy stuff, don't you think? So, thank you for joining me today. Hope I didn't bore you. Hit that like button if you found the pen interesting. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, maybe it's time you do it. How? Hit that subscribe button. And don't forget while you're at it, hit that little bell. That'll notify you when I put on another video. Until then, my friends, be safe. God bless. And remember, as always, please don't text and drive. Take care.